Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. It's Christina from Our Wood Home. It is a cold and snowy day here in Ontario, Canada, so I thought I would make some simmering spice for the stove. I'm actually using a mix that I've already made, and I did share a post about this on my blog, so I'll link that in the description of this video. But I'm going to be taking some out today and putting that on the stove to just infuse the air with a really nice seasonal fragrance. This is called simmering spice or mulling spice or even holiday potpourri, whatever you call it. It is awesome to make and use throughout the holiday season. My jar has a mixture of dried apples. Let me see if I can take each thing out as I'm showing or as I'm talking about it. So I've got some dried apple slices here. Some cinnamon sticks that I've broken into smaller pieces. I've got dried orange slices as well. I have some whole nutmeg that I've broken into smaller pieces. I know it's kind of hard to see. I've got some dried ginger root in here as well. It doesn't look great, but it's in here and it adds a really nice smell. There's some bay leaves in here too. And I know at the bottom I've got a few sprigs of thyme and some rosemary. I'll dump out a little bit of everything and put that in my pot here. Something I forgot I put in here is star fruit. These have a really nice, almost citrusy smell, and it really looks pretty in the pot and the jar. I've already filled this with water, and I'm going to turn it on to a high heat to start to bring it up to a boil, and then I'll turn that down to a simmer. What I found is that you can actually reuse this simmering liquid. You can either strain it out and discard the liquid and then put the rehydrated things in the fridge or freezer to use again, or you can just put the whole thing, liquid and solids included, into a fridge or freezer safe container and use it again. I will say that it kind of looks a little bit rough after a few uses, especially if you're using cinnamon sticks, because the cinnamon sticks will rehydrate a lot and break off into large pieces, and they also stain everything else in the pot brown. Not necessarily the pot itself, but the nice orange slices and apple slices end up looking kind of brown and gross from the cinnamon. So it's definitely not as nice to look at, but it still smells great. I think this is starting to boil, so let's take a look at that. It's just starting to boil, so I think I'm going to turn it down now, just to low heat. Oh, and it already smells so good. I wish you could smell this. This can sit on the stove unattended. Just be sure that you're making note of the water level. I don't have a lot in here, so I'm not going to stray very far, but if I was, I would fill it right up to the top, just making sure it doesn't boil dry because you don't want to ruin your pot that way. You can also use this simmering spice for beverages. It would be really nice in apple cider, or if you drink wine, you can make a nice mulled wine with it. There's not really a recipe for the dried simmering spice. It's really just a matter of preference. I like a lot of cinnamon, so I did a lot of cinnamon sticks in here, but if you prefer, you can use things like dried cranberries. You could use some vanilla bean if you have any, just whatever cozy and warm spices and herbs that you like using. Simmering spice also makes a really nice Christmas present or hostess gift for any occasion. You can put a little note with instructions and tell your recipient that they can use it in beverages or just on the stove to create a nice smell in the air. You can package it in small jars or bags, and I think that would look so cute. As a bonus, this jar looks adorable just sitting in my china cabinet. Doesn't this look amazing? It's so festive and cozy, and it just smells delicious. I don't have it on a very high boil. As you can see, there's actually no bubbles, but we have steam escaping, so we know that it's still simmering. You could turn it up to a low, gentle boil if you wanted, but that just means you'll have to keep an even closer eye on it because it could boil out a lot faster. I think this works fine. I can still smell the fragrance, and it's not going to run out quickly. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you found it interesting, and I hope that you make your own mulling spice or simmering spice. If you do, let me know what ingredients you choose to put in it. Again, thank you for watching and have a great rest of your day.